Based in New York's Silicon Alley, Hotlist covers the social plans of more than 100 million people worldwide, then combines this with each user's Facebook's friends, location, and interests to generate personalized hot lists of recommended events and places. Hotlist takes virtual peeks into venues, hours, or days in advance to see who plans to be there, even if they're not yet on Hotlist. And it also shows event details, girl-guy ratios, and Facebook profile photos of the expected crowd in over 2.7 million venues across 40,000 cities. Hotlist was named as a top 100 website by PC Magazine and nominated for Best Location-Based Service and Best Use of an API at the 2011 Consumer Electronics Show, and is quickly becoming the source people turn to when they're looking to find something to do.
On behalf of my company, Hotlist.com, and Cliff Learners, Snap Interactive, as well as all of the participating companies in Only in the Alley, I'd like to thank Dave and NASDAQ for inviting us to this opening ceremony. New York City has seen an unbelievable transformation in terms of technology startups and being a home for those startups in the last few years. And we have amazing companies that are sprouting up here in Silicon Alley. Hotlist is one of those companies. Hotlist is where you go before you know what you want to do. Aggregating more than 100 million people's social plans from across the web, especially Facebook, we can show you everything that's happening amongst your friends and what's happening at the places that you care about nearby.
Good morning, I'm Jennifer Knapp and I'm here at the NASDAQ market site this morning with Chris Mirabili, CEO of Hotlist. Coming up on New Year's Eve and millions of people around the world are starting to plan their activities for that evening. How can Hotlist be of help to these people who are trying to plan their social activities?
Sure. Hotlist is where you go when you're looking to find something to do socially. So we connect directly into Facebook, we're synchronized, and we can show you everything that's happening around you no matter where in the world you happen to be. So I can show you what your friends have planned to do or what's happening at your favorite spots. And we have over 100 million people's plans in the system. So we see that New Year's Eve is actually one of the most popular times to use Hotlist. And you can discover the best parties or what your friends are doing, coordinate with them, and end up having a better time than you would have otherwise.
Right. As an ever-evolving medium, it can be difficult to stay ahead of the competition and I'm sure differentiate yourselves from your peers. Where do you both see your companies headed in the next year?
No, that's a good question. So Hotlist is the only site out there that focuses on optimizing people's social lives by focusing on what's happening in the future. So where people plan to be as opposed to where they currently are with real-time check-ins. So we already differentiate ourselves in that respect, and we're also an aggregator, which nobody else does in this space. So that's how we have over 100 million people's plans, and that's constantly growing. Going into the new year, we're actually going to bring in other content sources. So going beyond Facebook and Twitter, we're going to then look at other event planning sites and social media partners to aggregate even more content. So Hotlist is the one-stop shop to find something to do.